Welcome back to Help I Really Can't Cook. Today we're cooking pasta. I've chosen some rigatoni. I think this is pretty safe in terms of a pasta ingredient that will take you a lot of attempts to really make a stuff up of this. The key with pasta is don't walk away, go outside, wash your car, put on the football game, have 2 beers, come back and pretend or expect that your pasta will actually be cooked. So here's the list of basic ingredients that we're using today. Very simply, I'm cooking with Barilla. I think it's one of the best pastas, commercial pastas around and available for the consumer. I've also got rock salt, mushrooms that we used last week, some grated pecorino cheese, chopped parsley, some garlic. I've got some prosciutto, some thickened cream, some white wine, seasoning, salt and pepper, and I'm going to add to that just our butter dish in a second. Our water's just come to the boil, so let me get back into position and I'll show you how to do the rest. Okay, so our water is boiling. What I'm going to do is crack open the pasta itself. On each individual box, there is a cooking timeline. First up, and please don't ever forget this, pasta water needs salt. More is more, and more is better. So don't be scared to salt and season your pasta water. If you don't, your pasta is going to come out tasteless and it just won't complement the whole dish. How much volume? I'm going to do it by the handful. So say 1, 2, 3, 4 handfuls should give us 2 main course serves. That's approximately down to there. So that's 2 decent main course serves of pasta. And the cooking instructions on this particular pasta is approximately 12 minutes. So what we'll do is we'll let the pasta do its thing. Occasionally, you just need to stir the pasta to make sure that it's not on the bottom of the dish. We'll set our timer for 12 minutes. We'll come back and I'll show you how to put together the rest of the dish then. Now we're in about 2 minutes worth of cooking of the pasta. What I would like to show you is how the colour changes. So when we started with the pasta was that particular tone. And I don't know where you can notice, but not only has it expanded in size, but the colours are distinctly different. And that's after 2 minutes of cooking. We've got 10 to go. So I'll bring you around in about 5 minutes time to show you how this product has changed again and then what to look for in terms of the pasta that you're creating in the end. Okay, so 5 minutes further down the track. So now we're 7 minutes into the actual pasta cooking process. Remember, we read the box and the box says 12 minutes. So that should be around about your religious time frame for removing the pasta. Don't play with that. Don't go 15, don't go 10. 12 should give you al dente pasta. Now, what's happened since the last time we had a look at the pasta? I don't know whether you can see this on camera, but there's a distinct change in terms of the colour of the pasta. So we're going to get back, put that in there, finish it off, and I'll show you how you can visually see what the pasta looks like once it's cooked and ensure that it's al dente at the same time. So see you soon. Okay, so my rigatoni now is ready. So what I'm going to do is just test it with a pinch test. It's got fantastic give still to the pasta. That was the pasta when we started. That's how much it's grown by. So, next stage, we're going to get on and actually cook the sauce to go with the pasta. Okay, So we've got our fry pan on, we've got our ingredients, garlic, mushroom, prosciutto, bit of butter, bit of cream, some white wine, olive oil, salt and pepper. That's it. That's all we're doing for this particular dish. So the hardest part about cooking all pasta is A, making sure that you've got salt in the water. So tick that off your box, that's an easy one. B, making sure that your pasta is cooked correctly. And then C, making sure that the ingredients that you have in this mix is correct for the type of meal that you're trying to create. Now, there would be 1,000 variants to this particular product on any particular Italian menu based on the region where it came from, the natural product that they had in the surrounding areas. So this is not called a particular dish. This is again using the building blocks of what we've learned to ensure that you can cook something relatively quickly for yourself without having to pick up the telephone and order in takeaway again and again and again, which is not only unhealthy, but it's also financially prohibitive. Okay, first up, bit of garlic, little bit of mushroom, and as last time, the mushroom's going to absorb the bulk of that moisture. Just move the oil around the pan a bit. These are really, really simple and quick recipes. So, we'll bring that to the boil. We'll fry that up, should I say. We're going to add just a teeny weeny bit of butter to it. There we go. So much for being healthy in this process. We'll give it a minute, stir that up, deglaze it with some wine. I'll come back to you in a second. Now the mushrooms have taken on all that butter. They're nice and brown. The garlic is browned nicely. What we're going to do now is add some prosciutto to it. And this is a really expensive commodity. So what I'm doing is I'm applying it evenly around the fry pan. You're only going to give this a few seconds. Okay, so far, garlic, mushroom, prosciutto. Give this a quick stir. Add a touch of white wine, just to deglaze it a bit. That smells fantastic. Some cream. See how it's changing tone and colour. Okay, so now we have the cream discolouring a little bit. Going to add our pasta to the cream. Keep the spoon. Because the pasta is cooked right down to al dente, it's going to absorb some of this cream. G'day, and hopefully so far you're with me. So the pasta is cooking and bubbling away nicely. What you do is just mix that up to make sure that it absorbs all that creamy sauce. Again, very simple sauce. Now, some chopped parsley. I picked this fresh out of the garden. I'm going to use a touch of pecorino cheese, sorry, thinking about what I need to do next. Give it a bit of a mix up. and pretty much you are good to go. How do we serve these slippery little suckers? Well, let's see whether we can get most of it in the plate. Okay, turn that off. Nice bit of mushroom, cream, garlic, prosciutto, pasta. Very simple, very quick to do. The longest part or the longest component of this particular dish was actually cooking the pasta for 12 minutes. So again, food does not have to be difficult. And just stressing again, what happens with these particular dishes, the pasta dishes, they are not designed for you to go outside and work on your car or sit down and have 3 beers during a football game. You are allowed to have a glass of wine or 2 beers while you're eating your pasta. Okay, so here we have 2 bowls of pasta, a little bit more parsley on top, pecorino to taste, and you're ready to go for 2 people for the grand final. Go the power. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Cooking with Eggs. Here is a list of all the ingredients that we used. If you have any ideas or you'd like any questions answered, please leave them in the comments below and I'll try to film them quickly. Also, it would be tremendous if you could subscribe and share this video with your friends. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's pasta episode. Please subscribe, please tell your friends, and if you have any questions, please note them in the comments below. I'll try to get back to you quickly. Next week, what we might do is we might do salads. Every individual meal that I've showed you thus far can be created on its own, but a side salad wouldn't be a bad idea. So we're going to create a salad to ensure that you can have a salad as a main course, or you can serve it as an accompaniment to any of the food that we've cooked so far. So, thanks very much again. See you next time.